Hey, welcome to Jimmy D's RC. Thanks for stopping by. So, project that I've got going on for today is I've got this 4S LiPo that one cell just wasn't working, and I thought, well, it's time to get rid of that and dispose of it safely. Now, I've seen a few different ways of doing it on YouTube and online. I'm sure you have as well, where some people will pierce it, some people will submerge it in a bucket of water. I'm not sure exactly how that's supposed to work. But I did read a very conservative method, which was to take your LiPo and connect it to an LED, a low LED, like a low voltage LED. So what I did is I just hooked it up to a BEC because the BEC has an LED on it. And once that the LED went out on the BEC, I figured, oh, that must be discharged by now. Once it's discharged, then you're supposed to connect your two wires so that you don't allow any charge to build up in it, and that makes the LiPo safe. So that's the plan for today. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll disconnect that from the BEC, and let's have a look at the charge on the battery meter. And it won't even light up the LEDs on the battery meter, the LCD display. I don't know if you can see that, I'll bring it around. There you see, so it's connected and nothing. It's not even lighting up that display. So as far as I'm concerned, there's no charge left in that battery. So now all I have to do is short it out so that it doesn't allow it to build up a charge and then become dangerous when it's in some tip somewhere. But you know, what is it? Discretion being the better part of valor? I don't know if it's the right saying, but I'm gonna put on my safety glasses just in case it flashes. And I'm also gonna put on my old Nomex flying gloves because, you know, burnt hands aren't easy to work with. And this will also give me a chance, if it starts to catch fire, I've got my bucket of sand right here. I can put it in the bucket of sand and run it outside so it doesn't, you know, endanger the house, burning the house down. I don't expect anything to happen, but just in case it does, I'm ready. I'm also wearing a genuine wool jumper, sweater, just in case anything happens. So, let's go for it. Let's give it a shot. So sometimes you'll get a spark when you do that. If you cut two together and you allow a current to pass between the two. I'm now stripping the ends. There we go, that's good enough. And let's touch those together and see if we get anything. Nothing at all, nothing at all. So I'm pretty sure we're safe and we're not gonna have an issue. We'll just strip them a bit further out. There we go. Like that. Okay. Pretty sure we're good. I'll get some heat shrink. Something to work on so I don't burn my table. I don't suppose it matters what color we use because we're connecting negative to positive. There we go. We'll just use a couple of them and that should do it. All right, I'm sure I can take these gloves off now. We're not going to have a problem, clearly. Is right? Nothing at all, not even sparks. It's completely dead. This is just so I can get the heat shrink on. I'm winding those together. Okay, heat shrink goes around one and then the other. So I'm going to put them together and solder them, of course. I don't know if I can get that deep in enough. Let's give it a push. There we go. All right. I'm not going to bother tinning them at all. I'm just going to go straight and solder them because really they're connected already, right? As long as they don't come apart from each other, that's good enough for me. Okay. Soldering iron's been burning nice and hot. Breathe it in. Always goes right to your face though, doesn't it? All right, that's good enough. Look, it's not a freaking piano, is it? Just want to make sure that it doesn't build up a charge. Already cool enough to handle. We'll just try to get that heat shrink over it now. I might have used too small of a heat shrink, or made too big of a blob, I think. Yeah, I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so that's all I've done right there. You can see I've just soldered that together. Okay, and that is going to be safely disposed of. You can just throw it in the trash because it's just a polymer. I suppose if you wanted to get really particular, you could then also pierce it and completely destroy it. But I think this is good enough, quite frankly. Won't allow any of those other cells to build up a charge. Heat shrink is problematic, that's for sure. Well, I might just use electrical tape then. Just can't get it over the solder joint, so I'll just use electrical tape. Some of that old black magic, as it were. Shrink up the heat shrink first. That's one good thing about these torch versions. It's basically like the old Coleman camping lamp, right? You see? So you got a hot area in the middle, and all I do is I got a large kind of area and then a couple of small ones. I use the large one, and I just point that towards the heat shrink. Boom, just like that. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it shrinking up, but I can see it shrinking up quite nicely there. And I'll just use electrical tape to finish it off. I should have used a larger heat shrink, bigger diameter. I used pretty much the exact same size that I had here. And I might, put some electrical tape over that, and I think then we're done. Here it is. Which was cool enough to handle, and it is. It's not going to work, is it? There we go. We'll just go around and around a bunch of times. It's not, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to keep it relatively safe. To dispose of, and I suppose put in the landfill. I'm going to double check that, and I'll put any notes in the description of whether I'm going to put it in landfill or not, or if I have to recycle it, or even still bring it to a battery recycling center. But that's completely safe now and fine to dispose of. So, safe. You need to be patient, because that took a week and a half to get to that point where I could do this, for it to discharge and stop lighting up the LED completely. I've got another one to do. This one, same problem. Also, one cell not working. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. These were used batteries that I got. So, you know, I don't know how long they were going before I took them. But where's the old battery tester? There it is. Pop that on the battery tester. Is this the bad one? Okay, sorry, we want LiPo. LiPo, can you see? Yeah, I'm sure you can. So 3.8 right now. Cell, cell, cell. Oh, look at that, 2.10, 1%. So that's cell 4 by the looks of it. Yeah, so I'm gonna do the same thing because look, there are ways to save these batteries, but if it's giving me a problem already, I'd rather just get a new battery, right? So what I'll do, same process. I'm going to put that in the bucket of sand, but just for the purpose of the exercise, I'll show you what happens. We just plug her into the BEC. BEC lights up. I'll let that go for a week and a half, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, however long it takes. And then once that light completely goes out, I'm going to do the battery test like I just did, and I'll short out the battery just like I did on the last one. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share the video around. I can always use your help growing the channel. Other than that, happy flying and have a great day. We'll catch you next time.